What's up, everybody? It's your favorite Ajima, Young Ajima here, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're here to discuss the rise and fall of the group MASC, M-A-S-C. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, but before we get started to discussing the rise and fall, make sure you like and subscribe so that I can keep creating content like this. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. So when I was editing this video, I realized that I've completely destroyed pronouncing this group's name. I ended up spelling it half the time. I don't know what I was thinking. I know it's MASC, so please forgive me for this, okay? All right, thanks. So MASC stood for masculine, which they interpreted as manliness. It was a boy group from JJ Hollick Media. They debuted as a 4-member group in 2016 with the song Strain. The members at the time were Ace, 26, Hee and Woosu. In 2017, 4 new members were added: Doin, Chiben, Ire, and Moonbong. They released their second single, Do It, in October of that same year. Now in 2018, MASC's company announced that Ace and Chiben would be leaving the group due to the fact that Ace assaulted Chiben. Now, I didn't know the group that well at the time, but I do remember hearing about this and was really surprised because, now look, I know that things like this happen, but I never really hear about it in the media. So it was a little surprising that one of the members stepped forward and talked about what happened. So let's find out what happened. Chiben had uploaded a post on Instagram back in July of 2018 saying that he had suffered a physical assault from an unnamed Hyung. So at the time he didn't say it was Ace, he just said Hyung, which means that it was an older brother, an older man. He did say that the person was the only one that he unfollowed, and fans were quick to point out that at the time Ace was the only one that Chiben didn't follow. He followed up that original post with more details, saying that one of his bandmates had gotten upset with him after he borrowed an umbrella and then yelled and cursed at him repeatedly. The bandmate then smashed the umbrella against a stone wall and used what was left to hit Chiben over the head. It was just really ugly. To make matters worse, supposedly the other members tried to break up the altercation, but the attacker kept pushing them away. Now on July 28th, Ace came out and confirmed that he was in fact the one who attacked Chiben, which again, I think is really surprising because normally when there is situations like this, when there's like a physical assault, some type of violence happening, the company will get involved and have statements prepared for everyone so that they can handle like the legality of things in-house, or at least kind of not out in the open. But with this group, everything, well, maybe not everything, but a lot of stuff was out in the open. Now Ace did say that he left the group in order to take responsibility of what happened and that he apologized in a long post over Instagram, but disagreed with what Chiben said on a few things, saying that not everything is true, which of course, as we all know, there are 2 sides to every story. Although I do hear that there are 3 sides to every story: his side, her side, and the truth. So who knows what really happened. Ace also dropped a song on his SoundCloud with lyrics talking about what happened, and in the song he put a line: if it were one-sided, if I don't do anything, you'll probably write even more fiction. So when I hear something like that, it makes me think that maybe he's being forced out of the group, which is a little different from what was stated on Instagram, saying that he was leaving on his own. But regardless, when there's something like this, I feel like somebody's got to go, because otherwise it'll be too much going on between the members, you know, too much animosity, everything will be uncomfortable. So now getting back to this, naturally this caused Chiben to respond on Instagram again, saying that Ace's version of the assault is wrong and that he had screenshots of their conversations from earlier in the year where they were talking about the assault. According to the now deleted screenshots on Instagram, Ace was telling Chiben that he was leaving the group, but it wasn't because of him. He also messaged that he misses Chiben and that he was so worried about him that he couldn't sleep. To me, this sounds like perhaps Ace was remorseful, or he was really worried about Chiben pressing charges against him. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know because I'm not part of the group, but Chiben later stated that he never asked Ace to leave the group and that he in fact had tried to reconcile first with him. and also said that Ace never came to the hospital, nor did he try to apologize sincerely to him. Further came out that this was not the first time that Ace had used violence against Chiban or other members of MASC. So it sounds like, just from reading the posts from Instagram and them going back and forth, that Ace might have had a anger problem. But again, I don't know his story, his full story, because it wasn't really discussed. After all the going back and forth on Instagram, both Ace and Chiban ended up leaving the group. Supposedly, Chiban left to pursue a career in acting, but I'm not sure because I haven't seen him in anything, so let me know if you've seen him in movies or drama or something. Now, where does that leave the group, right? While all this was going on, members 26 also left the group to pursue a career as a director. The agency announced that the group would be making a comeback as a 4-member group after confirming that Doan had also left the group as well, but they never specified why he left the group. That left Moonbang, Woosu, Heiji, and Ire. In 2019, they released their comeback single, Mascara, which was really cool. And I noticed that a lot of the fans in the comment section were super excited for them to come back. They'd gotten through all of that drama, and the fans were there to support them in whatever capacity the group was interested in continuing. So if they were a 4-member group, fans were super excited about that. If they wanted to take their music in a new direction, a new sound, fans were there to support them, which I thought was really cool. But unfortunately, it did not last long, because in October of this year, the group announced their disbandment on Instagram by leaving a video, well, 2 videos, one in Korean and one in English, thanking the fans for always supporting them. And that was the end of the group. As of this recording, the group's Instagram is still active, although all posts have been deleted, with the exception of the goodbye videos that they posted in October. Most of the members still have their personal profiles like on Instagram, so if you want to check them out, send them some love, give them a follow. I'll make sure to leave their information down in the description box below. So what do you think of this whole situation? Honestly, I think it's pretty sad that the group ended the way they did, because they were really a good group. Like, they sang well, they danced well, performed well, but you and I both know that is not everything to make a successful group. So having said that, thank you so much for listening to me discuss MASC or MASC. Please make sure you like and subscribe, and if you want to see more content, let me know which group you want me to discuss next. Thanks you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.